Hello and welcome to Good Calls or Talkin Balls. I'm your host, Neil Adams, and joined as always are my lovely co-hosts, Rob, Mark, and Curtis. How are you guys?
What's happening, guys?
Good, yeah.
I really like that intro.
I was about to say the same shit. You know that intro's cool. It's real intense.
Thank you. Something different for this here. So this show is about people will give us hot takes, and we will tell you if they're good calls or you're talking balls. It's simple. It's really simple. Just so
that's much better name than the logo game, mate. So I like that.
I will get a good name for that. You know what I mean? It will come to me someday.
Did you see Mona's face last week on the episode when the graphic for that came up, and it was like a paragraph? And she was trying to read it, and she's like, I don't know what this game is. I didn't no clue.
And then I am really bad at explaining things too, so it was like, this is just a blah, 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 blah. And then I was like, then I realized she can't really understand what I'm saying.
No.
I needed
fair play to her for going along with it, like.
Oh, 100%. Like she was great. She was great. But yes, I will. It's just a quick wee show where I'll ask the guys, or the guys will ask me. Whenever everybody's got a hot take, throw them in here, and we'll see what our reactions are. So, first one that I have is obviously going to be about the Jets. Okay, and I want your reaction to this here. Aaron Rodgers says he'll come back mid-December, but I don't think he'll be back at all because the Jets are already out of the playoff situation. And what is the point in coming back if you aren't going to be in a playoff spot? Why risk it for the biscuit if there's not going to be a biscuit at the end? Do you know what I mean?
There's not going to be enough time for him to put a run together to get them into the playoffs, and he's not going to be coming back. If he comes back in December, he's not coming back at full fitness. He's not.
What is he now? 39? Is it something like that? Or?
I don't think he's that old.
Is it? I don't know.
39 is not that old.
No, he says I don't think he's even that old.
I think he is. Yeah.
For me, a person of that age coming back from a ruptured Achilles tendon, and that sort of time is I don't see it.
He is 39, yeah.
39. He's 40 in the 2nd of December.
Yeah, like Curtis says, if he comes back, he's not going to be at 100%. And I would agree with what you say as well. The Jets are going to either be out of playoff contention or like one loss away from it if he comes back, and it's just not worth risking it. And he can come back fresh next season and go again. So to speak.
That's it. So would you say it's a good call?
Good call.
Or talking balls?
Are we saying your call's a good call? Because
this is my call. This is my hot take. My hot take is Aaron Rodgers won't come back unless the Jets are in a playoff situation.
Yeah, fair enough. Not Aaron Rodgers' call that he's going to come back in December.
No.
I think that's talking balls.
Aaron Rodgers will come back if the Jets are in playoff contention, but if they lose the next couple of games, then there's no point in him coming back, basically. He won't come back if they're not in for a playoff contention.
No, I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Mark, I mean, it was quite the statement, going from the Packers to the Jets. I think it's in his interest to come back as quick as possible, and potentially, say even if he does come back for 1 or 2 games, just to play a game for the Jets. I reckon it's in his interest to come in and show that he can still throw a ball, but I would have to lean towards you as well, mate, and say that it doesn't make sense to come back.
Yeah, I think he's better if he's going to come back. He's better doing it in pre-season next year.
Yes, 100%. And then trying to come back with his wee Achilles fully healed and not rushing it.
Yeah. Especially when he's going to be 40. Like, I'm 32, and sometimes I'm sore getting out of bed in the morning. Yep.
Mate,
like it's.
I feel you.
Yeah, good call. He's not coming back.
Good call. Thank you very much. First one's a good call. That's what we'll do. That's what I'm find one where we're talking balls in.
There should be like a wee sound effect there whenever it's a good call, and it should be like a.
Oh, well, I'll get one of those wee jobbies. You know what I need? I need a stream deck, Kurt, where I can just push a button and go ba ba ba. One of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
My next hot take The Patriots will have the worst record this year.
Out of all of the teams, or just in
Out
their
of
division?
all the teams, the Patriots will have the first overall draft pick and have the worst record this year.
You just want that to happen, don't you?
I do, and that's why it's a hot take.
I'm gonna have to have a look at this now because.
I mean, Arizona.
I don't know. Kyler Murray's back. Arizona have good friggin' running backs. They have good wide receivers. They drafted in the O-line this year. They just haven't had Kyler Murray.
Panthers.
Yeah,
Panthers.
too.
And
Maybe.
the
NFL
Bears as
rankings.
well.
I'm near sure. Where are we at here?
I think that's it's too much of a
So you have
vast
the-
statement that
We
you're
have
making.
the. Well, I'll tell you all the worst teams at the minute to give you a wee bit more of an informed decision. The Patriots are 2-8 at the minute. Chargers are 4-6 in their division. Bengals are 5-5 in their division. The Titans are 3-7. The Giants are 3-8. The Cardinals are 2-9. The Bears are 3-8, and the Panthers are 1-9.
The Panthers are so bad, aren't they? I didn't know it was that bad. I
So-
thought there's more than one win. So,
The Panthers, yes, are the closest team to them. The Titans are dangerously close to them as well. The Bears are 3-8. The Patriots are 2-8. So Cardinals are 2-9. But I can see them starting to make a wee push now with Kyler, like. But
because they've been doing okay scoring offensively wise, the Cardinals. It's just
Yeah.
the defense is a bit shite in it.
yeah,
But no, I have to say, I'm going to weigh in straight away on this one. I think you're talking balls, mate.
what? How very
Yeah.
dare you?
I think you're letting your hatred for them, being a Jets fan with Tom Brady beating you 2 times a year, is getting the better of you in this one.
You know that was unnecessary. That was an unnecessary stat. What was?
I wish I could say I'm sorry, but I'm not.
Yeah, fluff you.
Yeah, I think when you lay it out on the table, like the Panthers they're pretty bad.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Panthers have a good quarterback.
But do they
Whereas
have a good
if you
team?
don't,
Who else do the Panthers have, though? Really? I actually can't even think of anyone else.
Chuba Hubbard
Oh, he's a running back.
and
So-
what are you looking for? What are you looking for? More quarterbacks?
Receivers? No, if you say you've got a
Wide
good
receivers?
QB,
Adam Thielen is a top wide receiver.
he's also a bit past it now, though, isn't he?
Well, here, so was Tom Brady, but he still won a Super Bowl ring with Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I know, but he also.
That's where he made his career, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
That is exactly it. Yeah, that is exactly it.
Curtis, I think you're talking balls.
You.
Oh dear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with Rob as well, mate. I think you're talking balls.
Yeah, Curtis, you think I'm talking balls, or you think that's a good call?
Look at the look he's given.
It's tight. It is tight.
It is tight. It is, and
It is.
you know what I mean.
You know, I'm gonna
They've
go
won
talking
2
balls
games.
too. I'm gonna go talking balls too, and I'm gonna put my money on Panthers finishing with a
Panthers
worse
having the worst
record.
record.
Yeah,
Hmm.
There's the next
not
hot
physical money. Not physical money, by the way. Just theoretical
Next
money.
week, I will have a really intense thing where it'll be like good calls will come up every time you say good calls, and then talking balls will come up every time you tell you talking balls. That'll be for next week, yeah.
take. What if
Because
it's a
that way
split
we know what
decision?
way we work. Right,
As
next
we're all
one.
answering it, you should start with like the weakest link noise and stuff like that, and then we'll all.
Dun, dun, dun. What way does that go? What's the weakest link go?
I don't know, mate, but it's the first game show. that
Mate,
came
do
into
the
my head.
sound for me, please, so I know when I can pick it. Go on, try it at least.
No, I actually don't know the sound. I can find it on YouTube for you.
Oh, no, I don't care enough. I'll find it after. You don't need to do it during the show. Next one. Brandon Staley will be the next head coach fired of the Chargers.
The next one.
Yeah, the next head coach that fired would be Brandon Staley. And I will say it will be within the next week or two.
But
Brandon Staley has an elite quarterback, he has an elite running back, he has an elite wide receiver, and yet still can't win games.
okay, I was thinking more of the Jets offensive coordinator as
They
well.
also have an
Yeah.
elite. They also have an elite defense. So, and he still can't win games. So,
Yeah. No, I'm gonna have to say good call on that one.
thank you.
No bother. I was looking through things, being like,
You
can
know,
I find
just-
something to call him out on?
Just to, I know you don't want to say that I'm doing good calls because you know me as a person. But you can. Don't worry.
the name
Don't
of the
worry.
game,
That was a
isn't
good
it?
call.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go good call. Yeah.
Yeah, Mark, what do you think?
Yeah, see, to be honest, mate, I do not know enough about it. So I'm going to give you a good call.
Oh, mate, I appreciate that. Buddy. I appreciate that. Well, that's another good call. Graphic comes up. Good call.
I've just seen an absolute mad one, and I don't know. I've been flirting about on the internet here, and it just come up on my feed, and it said the Broncos to top the NFC West.
Mate,
And I'm just looking at it, going, "What?
mate, I can see
What?
it.
Oh, the AFC West. Sorry, you can see it. Really?
NFC. Well, they can't top the NFC West because they're not in it.
I know. AFC West. Sorry, the AFC West.
So,
But yeah, it's just come up on my feed there, and I was like, "What?"
I can see it.
I don't know. I think
Nah.
But you have to look at the fact, like, if the Chiefs get beat by the what do you call them? The Eagles
Eagles?
tonight, they'll be 7-3. And then the Broncos say they lose again next week and the Broncos win, then they'll be 7-4 and the Broncos will be 6-5. So they won't be like one thing away from, like, I mean, I can see the Broncos going for a playoff push. I can see the Broncos maybe even being a contender for that as well.
yeah. Well, I have to say, so this is a post from a sports feed called Y Sports, and I think they're talking balls.
I don't know.
I don't know, actually. I think when you look at the games that are left,
Yep.
Broncos do have a better run in. So they
Yep.
do. The Broncos have more winnable games than the Chiefs do. I know the Chiefs are the Chiefs, but if the Broncos have their heads screwed on and they beat the teams they should beat, they could do it.
Well,
Yep.
they have Packers and Pats, and then the Bengals, which are going to be struggling because Burrow's is out for the season. I don't know. I don't see the Broncos.
I
being on
can't,
top of the
I
Chiefs.
can't see it. I
This
can't
is-
see it, but
this
it's
is-
not the worst call.
Look, this is what I'm talking about. Whenever we were talking earlier in Tuesday's show, that the Broncos can't be seen as a bad team anymore. Like, I mean, we know we want to have that thought process in our head. The Broncos have been absolutely terrible since Russell Wilson's came involved, and the boys, but well, not since Russell Wilson. They were absolutely terrible team before that, but they can't be seen as a bad team anymore because they are playing well at the minute. Their O-line is gelled, and
Yeah.
I
don't
think
see
they
them as
could
a
do
bad
well.
team. It's not that they're a bad team.
Yeah.
They're a mediocre team, but they're just not going to do better than the Chiefs this year.
I think if they get
Yeah.
past the Browns this weekend, if they can get past the Browns defense, I think that makes them a good team. I think
Yeah.
that makes.
Well, yeah, any team
think it
that
shows,
gets past
yeah.
the Browns defense is a good team at the minute.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to say. I don't want to say talking balls because I don't actually think that's the worst call there is, which sounds weird.
I think
when
that's a
you're
good
talking
call. I think it's a good call.
when you're talking about a division that has the Chiefs in it, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think it's not the worst call there is. I'm stuck in that one.
You have to remember that the Chiefs were shite before Pat Mahomes. I mean, they had your man Alex Smith, and they were terrible
Yeah.
until Pat Mahomes came along.
Right. And Mark, we
That's-
haven't heard
that's
much from
very
you. What do you
recent.
think?
Mate, I couldn't think too much on this matter. I honestly can't see them getting the top of the league, so I'm going to go talking balls on it.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, though. The hardest team that the Broncos have left to play is the Browns. Other
Yeah.
than that,
But it goes back to what you were saying earlier. They're the opposite of the Dolphins, and they're beating the good teams, but they're not winning the games that they should
Yeah,
win.
against the bad
They're not
teams.
beating,
Yeah.
they're not beating the teams. So if they continue on that run, then it doesn't happen. But if they can get their act together, get past the even if they don't get past the Broncos this weekend, they still have a significantly easier second half of the season than
Yep.
the Chiefs do.
Stranger things have happened this season. You know, look at the Jets opening game.
Can we stop bringing up the flipping Jets? I mean, I know I always like talking about the Jets, but only when it's a good and positive light.
So,
Okay.
is it,
Whenever
is
it's
it a
bad,
good call?
whenever it's negative, I don't want to talk about them.
Is it a good call? Or are we talking balls? So
I
you're
think
saying
it's a good
Nate.
call.
I'm saying
I think
talking
good call.
balls. What do we think, Curtis and Mark?
I'm gonna go good call. I'm gonna go good call.
We'll have to get a tiebreaker one then.
Yeah, I'm talking balls.
Yep.
So, I suppose you could put it in the post or something. Ask people to put it on the Instagram to vote.
Stick a poll up, stick a poll up because
we'll stick a poll up for that one.
Are these your hot takes, or are these just ones you've taken down?
These are ones that I've written down. Yeah.
So these are actually your own opinions. Well,
they're like
Well, then surely it's a bit big-headed of you to say it's a good call or talking balls.
That wasn't my opinion.
No, I
That
said
was
this
that
one.
last one.
But this was a sports feed, Y Sports called that I went on to, and I just happened to pop up in my feed, and I was like, right, and then I thought it was interesting to talk about, and debate about. So actually, this is from an
What
external.
point is for me to write down, or one of us to come up with a hot take, and then the other three bloody say if it's a good call or talking balls, Mark.
Yeah, no,
You don't even know the fucking the thing of the show.
So my point being, listen, if these are your own personal opinions, then surely you do not get the option in a good call. Or
I didn't get.
balls.
I only got the option there in Rob's there. Thank you very much.
No, I'm on about the whole.
The last ones I
segment.
didn't have an opinion on. Sure. So I'm going to say that Mark's talking balls.
So I mean, like, in any respective anyway,
Mark, give up.
you'll not need a
There we
tiebreaker
go.
one.
Oh Lord!
So this is from Mike Mazzari. This one.
Just before we go any further, we are friends in real life, guys. I promise.
We love each other, really. Yeah. That's the whole. It's how we can be so nonchalant with each other. Is that a thing? Did I use that right, Mark? Because you know where you like words.
That is a word, yes.
Yeah, but do you use it in the right context?
Sometimes.
Yeah. So Mike Mazzari from Instagram has said that the Bears will keep Fields but get rid of the head coach, Eberflus.
I would probably agree with that. I think that's a good call. Because there's a player there with Fields, and you see it in some of the games. He does, obviously, he's been shite most of this season, but that there is a good NFL quarterback there. He just needs the right head coach,
Now,
the right system.
before you have a say on this, there's a once in a generational talent that is going to be at the number one pick of quarterback, which is Caleb Williams. Everybody is touting him as one of the best quarterbacks that's going to be coming out of college. If the Bears have the worst record, they will have the first pick, which means they will be able to go for Caleb Williams.
But
So
we've already decided
what
the
he's trying to
Panthers are
say
gonna
is are they going to keep Justin Fields and get rid of the head coach, or will they get rid of Fields and then draft Caleb Williams and keep the head coach?
Yeah, but
I would say.
they need to have the worst record, which they're not going to have.
Well, they all have this tanking thing that you can do, where you can lose games.
Do you remember the year the Jets tried to do that on field for Trevor
You also have
Lawrence?
to remember, that Chicago Bears have Carolina Panthers first round pick because they traded up to get Bryce Young. So if Panthers have the worst record, Bears get their first round pick.
Oh,
They'll get
really?
the first pick, even
For
if the
next year?
Panthers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I still think it's a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm unswayed. I just. Yeah.
I think they're going to stick with Fields. I think they're going to stick with Fields.
Even
Even though Rob, so even with Justin Fields has been injured for 2 weeks, and the Bears have won 2 games.
True.
And they've won 3 games in total.
I'm sticking with it. Stop trying to change my opinion.
Okay. What do you think, Kurt?
I am going to do a mark and sit this one out because I don't feel like I know enough about it, so I don't.
What?
So,
Mark
I
has
wanna-
this. Mark can't say. You can't sit things. You can't say talking balls are good calls. Jesus. I think it's I think he's talking balls. I think the Bears are going to go for Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams might come out and say that he won't go to the Bears because I think he says he'll only go to 5 NFL teams and one of them's like the Vikings and the Giants or something like that. So it'll all depend
Who
on
wants
that.
to go and play behind that O-line the Giants has? Who opened the admit that?
Maybe, I think it's just all about the New York media and all that shit. But anyway, Mark, what do you think?
No, straight up talking balls.
Yeah?
Fields burned me at the start of the year with our fantasy league, so get rid of him.
Well, that's your own fault because you wouldn't let me have him and you picked him instead of letting me have him. So yeah,
he would've played
otherwise Fields would have had a brilliant season.
better. Shit, maybe you should have played Aaron Rodgers.
Playing
maybe
on
he
my
would've played
team.
better.
Yeah.
Or
Right, we'll
last,
do
but-
one more before we call it a night, boys. Let me see what we got. Let's go. Browns defense, because we talked about this in the past 2 shows. Browns defense is good enough to take them to the playoffs.
To the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, good call. Yeah.
Good call. No doubt about it.
It's not. I don't think it's gonna get them to the Super Bowl, but certainly get them to the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Mark, this is where you say
Literally,
words and stuff.
There's
Mark,
no
I don't know.
argument.
I don't know if you can't hear us or not, because you don't say words.
I agreed with Curtis.
Oh wait, I didn't
Maybe
hear
if
you.
he stopped talking for a second, he'd maybe care.
Because you're nodding when you go, yeah.
Yes, mate. Good call.
Thanks
Very
very
good
much.
call. Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a wee quick 20-minute show, just to do a wee bit of hot takes from the week and get it out there. A couple of wee snippets and things like that there for us, But that's all it. You just give us, if whenever we put it up on our Instagram story, give us your hot takes and we will tell you what we think of them. All right, guys, we'll see you next week for some more good calls or talking balls.
Cheers, guys.